What's up, traders? It's weekend. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Take your time to take yourself out and enjoy your weekend, because the money you make from the market, you also need to spend that same money on yourself. So let's get down to business. Last week we had a shopping market. You can see that price was sideways on most of the major pairs. Then this week you can see that I'm seeing a very juicy setup on the Euro USD, which is a nice setup for us to trade this week. But before we get down to the analysis, if you are new to this channel, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. So let's get down straight to the business, to the analysis of the day.
British pound USD on the daily chart still remain on the sideways trend. So long price still remain on this sideways trend. We are not expecting to do anything in British pound USD for the now, except to see a breakout of the sideways trend. This is the sideways trend. You can see we have a lower, higher low, higher low, higher low. So we expect price to break out of this range. If price break out of this range before we can make our decision. If price break above it, we look out for buying opportunity. If price break below it, we look out for selling opportunity. We should expect price to break above it. We expect to buy from this retest of the level. Then if price break below it, we expect price to retest and continue to go lower. So for now, the British pound USD is still on a choppy on the daily chart. Price is on the choppy on the daily chart. So let's look at the weekly chart of the British pound USD. On the daily chart, on the weekly chart, British pound USD rejected from this weekly resistance level. So long price rejected from this weekly resistance level. We might be seeing price reversal back to this next support level. We might be seeing a reversal back to this next support level, but price on the daily still giving us a choppy market. So for now, we still remain neutral on the British pound USD until we see a price break out of this range before we can make any decision on the British pound USD. So we know that we have price rejected from the weekly, but we can't make a decision yet. We have to expect price to break out of this consolidation before make any further decision on the British pound USD. So let's look at our next pair, which is the DSY. DSY on the daily chart have a nice setup already. You can see that we have a lower low, we have a higher low. So long we have this nice setup, so long we have this lower low, higher low, higher low, we expect the DSY to continue to push higher. Price need to move to this next resistance level. So this week we're expecting price on the DSY on the daily chart, because we have a uptrend structure. We expect price to test this zone before we see further push to this next resistance level. Let's look at the weekly chart of the DSY. On my weekly chart, price also converted this resistance into support. So long price converted this resistance into support, we're expecting price to push to this next resistance level. This level is a very strong resistance level. We might be expecting price to push to this next resistance level before we see any further push on the DSY. DSY might move to this resistance level. If price fail to break the resistance level, we might see price reversal back to the downside. But if price break this level, we might see price pushing higher for the DSY. So we'll be looking for our buying opportunity on the DSY this week from this resistance level on the daily chart. We'll be looking for a buying opportunity to this next resistance level on the daily chart on the DSY this week. So a break of this weekly resistance, we expect price to retest it, then we'll see further push to the downside, further push to the upside on the DSY. So let's look at our next pair, which is the Euro USD. Euro USD this week is one of my best pairs to trade this week. We have a very juicy setup on the Euro USD this week. We believe this week on Euro USD, we are shutting it down this week on the Euro USD. This week we have a lovely setup on the Euro USD, which we have a series of, we have a higher high, we have a series of lower high. So long we have a series of lower high, this confirm we have a bearish setup on the Euro USD already. But before we do that, let's look at the weekly chart of the Euro USD before we make our plan on where to sell the Euro USD. On the weekly chart, you can see that price closed on a weekly resistance level. So long price close on this weekly resistance level and fail to close above it, we might be seeing a price pushing lower to this next support level on Euro USD. So we're expecting price to push to this next support level on the Euro USD. So what we'll be expecting this week on the Euro USD, we'll be expecting price to do a retest this zone, then we'll see further push to the downside for the Euro USD. So let's look at it, go back to the daily chart of the Euro USD. On my daily chart, so long we have this downtrend structure and the anatomy on the weekly chart also support the downtrend structure, it shows that we'll be expecting price to do a retest of this level, then before we see further push for the Euro USD to this next weekly support level. A break of this support level, we expecting price to push to this next support level. So look out for your selling opportunity on the Euro USD this week. So let's look at our next pair, which is the Australia USD. Australia USD on my daily chart still have a uptrend structure. We still have a lower low, we have a higher low, higher low, higher low. But price on the daily chart close on a resistance level. So long price close on a resistance level on the daily chart on the Australia USD, this is a sign of reversal because this level is also a strong level. You can see that price connect is also a strong resistance level. You can see that price rejected from this level. We might be seeing a price moving back to this support level before we see further push to the upside. So, but let's look at what the weekly chart is saying this week on the Australia USD. On my weekly chart, you can see that we have price on this support level. So long we have price on this support level, price failed to close below the support level, price rejected from this support level. So long price rejected from that support level, we might be seeing the Australia USD see doing a retest of this zone before we see any further push, because price converted this support into resistance level. Price converted this support into resistance level. So price might do a retest of that level before we see a push back to the downside for the Australia USD, or price might break this level, then we'll see a retest, then we'll see further buying opportunity for the Australia USD, because Australia USD currently now is currently on the sideways, because the current level we have on the Australia USD now, we are on the support, we are also on a resistance level, which shows that we cannot trade the Australia USD for the now. We have to wait for price to break this level. Let's go back to the daily chart. On the daily chart also, you can also see that we also have a resistance, then we also have a support. So we cannot buy or sell the Australia USD for now. It's risky to trade the Australia USD for now. So we'll stay out of Australia USD for now until we see a possible good opportunity for us to sell the Australia USD or buy the Australia USD. Let's look at our next pair, which is the gold USD. Gold USD on the daily chart have a good setup on the daily chart. We see have an uptrend setup on the gold USD on the daily chart, but price rejected from this resistance level on gold USD, and this level is a very strong level. We see a buyer for the gold USD for now, because price failed to break to close above it. We might be seeing a retest, then we see price pushing lower for gold USD. So this level is a very strong level. So long price tested it and failed to close above it, we might be seeing reversal. So let's look at the weekly chart of the gold USD. So on the weekly chart, you can see that we have price also rejected from this resistance level on the weekly chart. We also have resistance at this level on the weekly chart. So long price rejected from this resistance on the weekly chart, we might be seeing a price retest back to this level on gold USD. So this week we'll be looking for a selling opportunity on gold USD. If price, let's go back to our daily chart, because the weekly chart is already telling us already that price have rejected from this resistance level on the weekly chart. So let's go back to the daily chart. On the daily chart, we'll be looking for selling opportunity on gold USD, because price rejected from this level and also tested this level. So we might be seeing price pushing lower for gold USD this week. So look for selling opportunity on the gold USD this week.
Welcome back, guys. You can join our Telegram group for free trading analysis and also free signals. They are all free. You can also, if you are a trader that you are not making profit, you can also buy our private trading course. These courses are very impactful and they are very, very good when it comes to trading the forex market, and it's also work on the crypto market also. If you can also buy the course, it also make a change in your life. You see the improvement in your life. It give you 6 months to 1 year. If you go through the course, I believe you see a big change in your trading career. So if you find this weekly analysis helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you in my next video.